This is Richard Fowler. I'm John Kilpatrick with Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And this video is on structure breaking. And what we're going to do is you can twist somebody's head to break their structure. And this is a really simple kind of thing. There are a lot of variations on it. If you look at, I know Systema people use this a lot, and probably a lot of other martial arts too. And of course Aikido obviously uses it. And so what we're doing is just take the person's head, rotating it, and taking them off balance, and you can take them to the rear like that, or you can take them to the front. It doesn't matter, but rotating their head really breaks their structure. And you can rotate it away like I did then, or you can pull them towards you like this. A lot of times I like to rotate the head away because it's likely they have a knife in this hand. And if I rotate the head toward me, I'm afraid I'll turn the knife into me. So I prefer usually to rotate the head away. Now, when we do this, we use the head rotation to break the person's structure when we do applied Kokyu Nage and applied Irimi Nage. So what we would do here is, if he is striking, so he's stabbing there, and so I'm leading. When he goes to stab, my hands come out. The lead hand comes out to his shoulder, this hand comes out to his face, and I've turned his head here. And now this is your Kokyu Nage. I want his head to turn one way and his body the other way. So I can either catch his arm to keep his body from turning, or a lot of times I catch his body here to keep his body from turning. And then I'm going to step into him and push him backwards. So I just go like this. And that is the Kokyu Nage. Now, I guess it's obvious that we consider this a strike. So when I come in here, he's going to, we're going real slow now. We want you to be obvious what we're doing. But when he comes in here to stab, this is a strike. I'm hitting him. And when so this is a coup de punch, really. And so both hands are coming out. I'm leading this away with this hand and hitting him with the other hand. So we have to, if you twist somebody's head hitting them, twisting somebody's head is a very dangerous thing to do. And I know boxers do this all the time. They're hitting each other in the jaw and twisting the head, but they're not holding his body still where it can't turn with his head. They're not doing this counter-rotating thing that we're doing. So you have to be extremely careful with your partner. I've seen somebody where somebody kind of jerked and did a little twist on somebody's head like that, and the guy that got his head twisted was in excruciating pain for quite a while. I mean, certainly till the end of class that I'm aware of, but he was still in pain when he left the class. He was okay. It wasn't bad enough that he was injured. But this is something you have to be careful with. So when we do this, even though we're coming in fast, we kind of touch, kind of hit lightly with the arm here so we don't hurt our partner. And then we rotate the head. And one of the things for us is that it's really important that your partner is not taking falls because they're afraid you'll hurt them. And so I've seen Aikido instructors that would poke you in the throat or hit you in the throat, or when they're doing, usually when they're doing wrist locks, the way their wrist locks are throwing you because you fall down to keep from having your wrist broken. And if you don't fall down, then they'll do it hard enough to break your wrist. I mean, you're going to fall, and what's going to make you fall is going to break your arm. And So we don't do any of that. We do our falls. I mean, it's not that we don't do, go learn to do these wrist breaks and stuff. It's part of Aikido. But when we're doing freestyle and we're doing that kind of training, we are breaking structure, not joints. You know, we're breaking structure, not necks. We don't want our partner to be afraid of getting hurt. We want our partner to be willing to really give us resistance so that we find out whether we can make our techniques work or not. And so the other thing, so that's Kokyu Nage. The other way of doing this would be here. So here I've led with this hand. I'm leading this through. This is hitting him. But I don't, in practice, I don't really hit him. I bring this hand up here. The other hand typically comes over here behind him. So I've showed this before. I'm pushing so that his body doesn't rotate. I take him backwards and step through him. And that's our Irimi Nage. So this is an extremely useful tool. It makes for, when somebody is really trying to stab you and they're coming in fast, and you go do this move, you take them this way, it's an extremely fast and effective throw. Either Irimi Nage or Kokyu Nage, and it's really easy because of the rotation of the head gives you a good structure break.